What's up everyone, back for some more Gundam Evolution gameplay, this time taking another look at Mahiroo. Mahiroo has gone through a couple rounds of buffs since I last played. The first round was mostly just cooldown adjustments, I believe, and the second round was the biggest one, which was the increasing the detection range for the detonation on your primary fire. And then I can't remember if it was that patch or the one before, but I believe they also did an adjustment to the G maneuver, making it a little bit stronger. But we'll be playing on Harbor City in this game, and I've mentioned before this is a big map for snipers. Neither team has a sniper right now, but it's pretty rare to go by a game without seeing a sniper on this map, so it's pretty surprising. But this is also, I would say, is Mahiroo's best map, especially on defense, but that's kind of how it's always for Mahiroo. You know, Mahiroo is a very defensive suit. Just the fact that you can kind of spam nades around corners without looking at people, it's usually going to work better on defense, because on offense, there's still corners you can bounce nades around they're not going to see coming, but you know, the defenders pretty much always have the option to back up, especially where choke points are. There's not usually going to be a choke point like right on top of the point, so the fact they can just back up and kind of avoid that lessens your power. While on defense, well, if you're on defense, the attackers have to push through. Maybe they can take an alternate path, but you know, they have to come towards you, so the fact that your nades can shut down an area is a bit more effective. But there definitely are positions, probably a 2CP, which, I mean, maybe not true on Harbor City, but on other 2CP maps where on offense, if you push in enough, you can kind of lock down their spawn area with nades. Harbor City's, I would say that its last point, the defender spawn, is not really in a good position for that. You know, you could in theory, but I think they're just gonna see you and shoot you. While something like missile base, I think would work better for Mahiroo in that case. But yeah, they did take me out there, but we're still holding A for now. Looks like they've got a couple flankers actually, which is really, if you're getting shut down hard attacking on A point, one thing is definitely to switch to the flankers to kind of fly, because that path where everyone's coming through, where you saw me spamming nades, you know, people like Ashamar, Exia, Barb, even Sazabi can kind of avoid it. And it does look like they've kind of pushed through it now. That is the thing, like once you've kind of got through it, it's hard for the defenders to get you back in there unless they get a full team wipe. And especially if you take out anyone in the exchange, it's going to take the defenders a lot longer to get back. So yeah, now that they're kind of out of that initial choke point, it's going to be a bit harder for Mahiroo to land the nades here. Some of the G maneuvers are coming out as well. Yeah, so far they still haven't touched A. And there's the Jim firing his nades up into the air. I'm just kind of trying to find a good spot here to spam nades. End up activating my G maneuver. Getting a lot of hit markers. No deaths yet. They have a Jim. I'm hitting his shield a lot. And then Power Rider comes up here. Get a couple nades. And I couldn't get away. Yeah, without walls to bounce your nades off of in like tight quarters, it's really hard for Mahiroo to land a lot of damage. And there are the little buildings there that you can kind of get like bounces on with your nades on A point. But yeah, typically on the point itself, it's tough for Mahiroo to get anything unless they really group up and you're getting a lot of that splash damage. They did finally get A, and now we're going to be at Mahiroo's favorite spot in, I would say, the entire game, this choke point here. I still think this is kind of bad map design, if this spot even exists, but given that once the attacking team does get through it, it seems pretty hard for the defenders to come back from it. Maybe it's okay. But yeah, unless you are a vertically mobile suit, it is extremely hard to get through this choke point, even without a Mahiroo spamming nades for it. But this spot is just so good for Mahiroo because there's that wall right there, and if you angle it right, and I'm probably not getting angled right all the time, but if you do get it right, you can get your nades to actually go right on top of where that one health pack is over there. So it's like you really need like a shield for like everyone to push at the same time, or you need your flankers to go over top this wall. Like you see these crates on my left here. Barb can get over those, Exia. Actually, the whole attacking team can get over it if a sniper puts down a jump pad. So that is kind of one like organized way to get past this choke. And you're still kind of exposed if you go over that wall. But just the fact that it usually forces people to turn and look away can be enough for your team to get through. Especially if you kind of keep going, like if you know, if like an Ashamar just keeps going farther and farther back, the middle section where the snipers usually like to stand on defense kind of works as cover for you. So right now I think a Barb actually did get through. I'm still kind of ignoring him because Mahiroo's not the best at chasing down flankers. But I know in the back of my mind, I am worrying a little bit that he's going to do something back there. But right now, I'm still sticking with this. Actually, got the G maneuver coming through. He hasn't opted to go over the wall yet. He's still been going forward, and I don't think it's really worked out. Put down my laser. I thought he was going to push around the corner towards me, but he ended up going that way. Metis did fly over. Metis is another option, but... And I cannot believe I got sniped. That was a crazy shot. Got me while I was dashing. Sniper just peeked out really fast and got that headshot. So now they are kind of through the choke. If we can't push them back to it, it's going to be a lot harder to take advantage of Mahiroo here. I do have my G maneuver though, and it sounds like, looks like Barb is up there, I think. Yeah. So I think he has actually been alive this whole time. He didn't try to back cap at all though. I don't know if he was just trying to spawn camp or what. Try and get him with a stun there, but that is way too slow with how fast he's moving. And really, I don't know if I should have been trying to get him here. I hate leaving Barbs alive because I know it's going to come back to haunt me and the rest of my team. But as you can see here, the rest of their team is kind of just pushed up forward while we're all looking at him. I'm using my G maneuver mostly to just keep him back. A little bit too far away to get a full damage out of it there. But at least we did buy a little bit of time. Taking a lot of hits here though. End up using that kick just to get away. And then there is this back area here that you can kind of hold in. Still don't really have good angles because, see, I'm shooting uphill onto the point, and that's always a bit of a struggle for Mahiroo because you're not going to get your bounces to kind of slow the momentum of your nades. They're just going to kind of go flying past people unless they direct impact. It looks like a couple other members of my team did manage to force them off front. We still got the flankers, got Exia back here. I think Barb is still alive. Yep, he's back there destroying people. Get at least one hit on him, then he's back out. Get the repair, but he's coming right back in again. Gun tank is not ready for him, sitting in the spot. End up doing the melee to try and get some damage on him. He's barely alive, and he's gonna get the health pack again. And I get stunned. I think I'm gonna go down there. I was definitely getting a bit frustrated here with this Barb. I mean, he's good. I'm not gonna deny that, but I think he should have gone down once or twice there if people had just landed their shots. And not that I was landing all my shots, but in my defense, it's pretty hard as Mahiroo for anything that close. And here he is again. I missed the melee, but if you didn't know, when Mahiroo hits a wall, the melee kind of launches you upward. I try and drop the stun, end up self-stunning. Barb wasn't ready for it though, so it took him a second to react. And he'd gotten in nice and close, and while my nades did do self-damage there, I was able to take him out. And this is the spot I kind of want to be in up here, but drop down and end up blowing myself up. And with that, they did get the first round. Definitely the melee flankers made the difference there. Alright, so now we're on offense, and this is going to be quite a bit harder for Mahiroo. Just by the nature of having to push forward, that 800 health is going to become even more noticeable because you kind of have to push into things. Right now, my team is doing a pretty good job of pushing up in front of me and giving me a bit of cover to fire off my nades. Another thing with Mahiroo is that since you kind of want to be spamming your nades all the time, it locks you out of that that window where if you don't get hit or attack at all, you start doing your passive healing. So it can kind of be kind of backfire on Mahiroo because you want to be spamming your nades all the time, but you have to stop spamming your nades to heal. So bit chaotic here coming out at the start. They do have a sniper now on defense. They had him on offense for the second half of that round. It looks like they've kept with it. But now at this point, we are kind of through the choke. So it's going to be hard for them to defend, and the sniper was actually going for a repair there and didn't go down. So yeah, it looks like we might be able to get A off this, especially since, like all 2CP maps, the defensive spawn does not change, so they have to go across the entire map to get here. So looks like it's pretty much just this Barb now. And once again, I probably should be ignoring him, but I'm just too afraid that he's going to cause trouble. And it looks like now that other people are starting to trickle in. We got one of them though. Barb's still alive, but at least he's not contesting the point. Might come in for a bit of a contest here. Yeah, here he comes, right at the end. And there's 4 of us. He's below half, and we do get him. No thanks to me, but we did get him, so we're good. And now we're going to be pushing into that wonderful choke point, but on offense, it's not as good. You can still bank nades, but usually where the defenders want to be standing, it's not going to be as effective. Still kind of a bit of an angle there that I'm looking at, but if this Barb keeps coming in, it's going to be hard to stand there. But I did get the melee on them there, which kind of screwed up his escape path, and the rest of my team was able to finish him off, which is nice. Got the sniper up there. That was a bold move by me, just dashing out and peeking at him right there, but I was hoping I could land a couple nades to force him to back up. Looks like someone got him there. Oh, he got by the core fighter. I think I finished him off. The Metis was trying to go for the repair. And that's 2 down. We got the Metis as well, so we might be able to push through the choke. Dom nades are really hurting, and now he's in his G maneuver. I put that down thinking that maybe he'd go over top of it. I don't think it would stun him out of his ult, but it's worth a try. I did melee through him, took more damage from that, but I'm living with just 5 HP, and I should be backing up to heal, but there's so many people there. I just keep firing. And I'm going to take this chance now to just pop into the spawn for some healing. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get through that choke point. They were able to push us back with a couple G maneuvers. Barb is down again, though, so at least we don't have to worry about them flanking over top. But still, even though he can't bank his rockets, Dom is still very effective with the splash damage on this corner. And I'm thinking about going over the wall, I believe, at this point. Do that. I hit the wall, do a little jump up. Couple hits on the Metis. Take a lot of damage from that napalm, but the rest of my team did push through during that time as well. Trying to dash onto this health pack, hit the wall. That is one. That's a downside of Mahiroo's flip kick, is that sometimes you want to hit the wall and get airborne, especially against like this Barb to make it hard for him to hit me. But I see it happening again right there. I was trying to get around that crate for cover. I clipped the edge of it, and it launched me up in the air and made me a perfect target. So gotta be careful about that. But it looks like we are still through the choke. We haven't been pushed back into it yet. They are off the sniper, it looks like now. I think Sazabi is new. We got a new Gundam G maneuver going here. But it's not going to do much good against Barb. At least it kind of forced him to back up just from the damage. See a couple people there just spamming my nades. But that Ashamar is doing a good job of shutting down choke points. He's chilling up there right now. Look, he's really low, actually. If I noticed that, I could have probably hit him with just one nade there and he would have died. Sabi actually had to put his shield down while he's doing that G maneuver. If I could have landed one of the bursts, it would have done a lot of damage, but I did miss. I'm still coming in here. Once again, firing uphill. Kind of stinks, but there we go. Dom went downhill, and I got my nade hit. They're getting the repair here. Barb coming in. All right, he's down again, and this is looking promising. They're kind of just trickling in now. We've got a few people on the point. I'm trying to use my laser here, but it's a little bit too far away. You can hear that dinging noise going off. There's Ashmar again with that napalm. Zabi coming in, drop the stun, walks right past it, hits from the back, and then Turnate flips him, actually throws off my aim. Maybe actually got me killed there. Can't really blame the Turnate for that, but I think if my other nade had hit there, he would have died. But we still got a few people on the point. We've almost got it. If we get it right now, we're going to have a big time advantage on the other team. They only had 20 seconds left, so 2+ minutes is going to be a lot to work with in comparison. But either way, we will be going into overtime if we get this. Just using my flip kick to get closer to the point. Exia, they're back on him, and I just struggle to hit people. But he ended up popping off the point while he was dodging. And that was a pretty quick round, too, even with Mahiroo's reduced offensive capabilities. Alright, first overtime round, and we're back on defense again. Ideally, we're hoping that since they only have a little over a minute, we can just keep them from capping A at all, but that can be a struggle. I've been in this situation before, and I've noticed that holding on A point itself can be pretty effective, because it keeps your team grouped up better, and the other team just kind of isn't expecting you all to be there, so they kind of come from different angles, maybe one at a time. But me as Mahiroo, I still want to hold up here, just because this is the best place for me to spam my nades. And it looks like they switched up a bit more. They've got a Mara sign now. It didn't hook me, but he does have decent range on his main weapon. We did lose our gun tank. And they are going to have those extra charge on their G maneuvers, which is usually more favoring to the attackers than the defenders. I do have mine already, but unless they group up, I'm just going to hold on to it for now. They've got, let's see, they've got Mars at G maneuver to be strong, Barb G maneuver is very strong, and I guess those are kind of the main ones. A good Ashmar punch could also make the difference. Sounds like one right there, I think that was the Jim G maneuver went off. My nades are hitting it though, maybe I can just destroy it there. And I didn't get any kills, but I did kind of keep them off. And then here comes Barb, and he got 2 already. bad. Guntank uses a G maneuver, but he's way in the open there. I think actually he should have just kept shooting. We might have been able to take a couple out. And this isn't looking too great. Even with only a little over a minute, they are gonna cap A. I don't think there's any way that enough of our team gets back in time. Right now, I'm just hoping I can get back in time to get to that choke point. But with Exia and Barb and Ashmar and Methis, if they've learned from last round, they can definitely get around this. But once again, they're at another minute and 30 seconds to go. I heard Barb go past, and he's still in the back of my mind again. Good start, though, at this choke point, though. Got 2 people down and a couple other hits. Ardom's using his G maneuver. I think he actually could have saved it there. We were already winning that fight. And I was just getting more and more worried thinking about this Barb back here. Starts capping it and ended up deciding I should probably go for it. Guntank could win the 1v1, but it's not necessarily easy. I get 1 nade, and then Guntank does the rest, so I think I did help. But while that has happened, it looks like New Gundam also decided to turn around, and our remaining 2 people at the choke point just got walked all over. And I'm back here now, but they've already kind of got through the choke, so this may have been a mistake coming back. Someone else probably should have gone instead of me, but since I wasn't communicating with the rest of my team, it was only Guntank, so I felt like I had to do something. But now that they've got through that choke, this could end up being bad. If they don't get any, if they don't even get 25% on B, it'd be pretty easy to force at least a draw, just because we'd have to get A point. But Barb screwed up his jump there. I actually do get the kill on him, which is good. More G maneuvers coming, and they are on the point, and I'm once again trying to shoot uphill. I'm going down here just for safety, but I don't really want to be here. Ideally, I'd like to be up top where that Ashmar just flew. Or maybe it's the Methis, looks like, yeah. Icy is low. I feel like I just had to push on the contest and push that Ashmar off the edge with the flip kick, but yeah, he's one of the suits that's not going to be too bothered by that. And he was able to just fly right back up. He did go down, and it looks like they won't get the repair on him. A lot going on. We got Guntank, got the Barb, which is good. As long as he doesn't get repaired, that's... Oh, well, speak of the devil, he did just get repaired. But the time is running out, and none of them are on the point. They did get over 25%. They got about 40, so we are going to have to make it to B point to get the win. Alright, this is the final overtime round. It's going to be impossible to get a draw, I think, at this point, so it's either win or lose. Last time we did a lot better than them pushing A, but they seem to turn around a bit in the overtime round. Hopefully we don't do the opposite. Ashmar Napalm still doing a lot of work. Did get the repair, though. That's pretty hard to pull off. And once again, we're with no snipers, so don't have to worry about that, at least. I'm taking a lot of hits. Seems like my team's playing a bit more careful this time. I'm kind of being the frontliner here. Right there, I think I took a Dom rocket combined with napalm, and I did not live for long. If you are having trouble getting through this choke point, you can push out. There's a tunnel on the left. You can see it kind of out the left of my screen right there. That is an alternate path. It does kind of let you get a better angle on people holding close by this health pack that I'm staying by right now. I don't think Mahiroo can do too much from there, though. It's just kind of farther away that I don't think your nades can be as effective. But like a sniper can usually go over there, and sometimes it'll put them where they're not in view of the enemy sniper as well. But no snipers right now. I think our Dom can maybe be effective over there, or someone else. But at the same time, I do want our tankier people in front of me here so I can actually get chance to fire off my nades. There's that G maneuver. I'm missing all that. There's still a couple around the corner. I didn't actually notice that one there and it hits me, but I'm feeling like probably good now. I think I'm gonna pop my G maneuver. Decide to go for it, but what do you know, there's still one more Jim nade and it hit me there, and in comes Barb for the triple kill. This is not looking good. I'm thinking, well, I used my Mahiroo G maneuver and we're not getting around this corner. I'm gonna go for one of the flankers. Not really sure I went with Sazabi, since my Sazabi is probably the weakest of the flanker bunch, but I also felt like the shield might help, just the rest of my team to get around the corner. And it seemed like it may have. We also switched up. It looks like we switched off Unicorn to Melee Zaku. That could work. I do feel like the grouped up healing is very nice, but having another person who can push through, like Melee Zaku, is good as well. And right now we've already gotten through the choke for the most part. We got 2 people down, so we might get a third here with Dom. There we go. Jim goes down as well, so it's really just, I think, Ashimar and Barb, and Barb goes down. We end up using our butterfly. I think we probably should have held onto it. Really, all it did there was kill the Barbados, which, I mean, there was like 4 of us alive. We should have been able to kill him anyways. There's a chance we wouldn't. He's very good at evading damage, but I think it should have held onto it for the choke up here because, like I've said, it's very hard to push through that choke point, and a turn A butterfly is one of the things that can kind of just win it for you. But we're kind of hoping I can get through here before they can set too much. Ashamar G maneuver, kind of a waste, I'd feel. Here comes Barb again. Got a bit of a stun. I got the axe on him, but then everyone threw their damage at me, so I had to back up. Actually, a miracle that I got out of there alive. Was really hoping we could get the kill on Barb there, but with the Exia charging into me and all that damage, it's rough. Here comes Barb again. I try to throw the axe, but he comes down too fast. And more G maneuvers coming. Yeah, they don't really need the Mahiroo nades when they got proximity mine, I guess. But I am gonna get the repair here. I think him coming to life though was gonna pull the nade in, but he got away from it. Barb got stunned once more. Got a big shot on him to force him back up. But yeah, he's kind of just going for that same strategy here. I don't know if my team is catching on, but he's really just jumping in, hitting us, going around waiting for his healing to kick in, and then doing it again. This time I was ready for him. Didn't even need the axe, just got the hits on him. I'm like, alright, Barb's dead. I'm going in. I'm just flying over, hoping that if I can't get on the point, at least I'll distract some people. It looks like Dom has taken the bait. Lands a good nade on me there, but then he pops a G maneuver, and I did not react quick enough. If I'd thrown out my axe right away, I probably could have flown away and lived. I was a little bit slow on the draw. Forcing out the Dom G maneuver there is probably good, because he couldn't use it near the choke and push us back farther, but yeah, I did die, and I think one other person died as well. We are kind of through the choke now. Still a couple people pushing up alone, though, and dying to Barbados. Here he comes again with his G maneuver. So close to being dead there, but he manages to slip between me and, I believe, the new Gundam, and then the double melee combo really just killed me there. That's part of the reason why I don't like playing Sazabi that much, is that if there's a Barb and like an Exia or a Gundam, they're just, and if they focus you, it's just an absolute struggle. But I do have my G maneuver here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it away from the point, so I have time to bring up my shield. But I use my dash, and I dash right into, you guessed it, double melee again. And without my dash to get away, there's not really a whole lot I can do there. So, 5 seconds left. We only got about 6%, which isn't gonna count for anything. And I'm not even gonna get back in time. So who knows, maybe I should have stayed on Mahiroo. I lost faith, or maybe I should have just switched to Ashamar, but close game. I think Mahiroo did a lot of work, but on the offense side, was unable to bring it together. Despite the loss, I do think this showed off a lot of what Mahiroo is capable of, especially on defense, and especially on Harbor City. You can certainly make Mahiroo work anywhere, but I do think this is the map where it's going to be easiest to have success. If you want to see more, you can catch me streaming on Twitch, or you can just stay tuned here for more YouTube videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.